regression? Is there going to be equalization? What's the turn time? Meaning, when do you want this back? Then we start talking about things like, what is your budget? After we've established these kinds of answers to questions, we get to a script. Here's a script that I received for the Vermont Food Bank. As soon as that comes in the door, I put on another hat. In this case, it's actually a set of earphones. I become an engineer. With my headphones on, I have to get the room ready to record. This is very important because if you hear me talk about the padded room, if I'm outside the padded room, it doesn't sound so professional. It starts sounding boxy. So to give you a demonstration, I actually recorded myself just on my cell phone.
This holiday season, 1 in 4 Vermonters will turn to the Vermont Food Bank for help. Moms and dads, seniors, kids, all looking for the comfort of a meal. The gift of food can provide hope, transform a life, or see a neighbor through hard times. Consider a Vermont where no one goes hungry. We can get there, and you can make the difference. With your gift to the Vermont Food Bank, you're ensuring a bright holiday season and a full plate for everyone in Vermont.
Okay, so that's not bad. It was obviously a cold read. I didn't have too much enthusiasm or warmth in there, but even more than that, it sounds kind of boxy. It doesn't sound very intimate. So I want you to kind of remember how that sounds because you're going to hear something different in a little bit. All right, so I'm also focused on getting myself now as the engineer, I'm getting myself as the talent into the padded room. Having this padded room means that it's going to be a sound, secure environment, it's going to be consistent, and it's also going to allow me to be much more intimate with the people that I'm talking to. All right. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to have my equipment preset so that I have the right settings so that I don't end up going over amplitude basically when I'm talking. We don't want to be peaking out because it sounds horrible when you're distorting. I'm going to set all of those levels so that when it's time for me to get up to the mic, I'm ready to go. These are the kinds of things that make me crazy. Lawnmowers, airplanes, and any kinds of outside noises. Then I'm the actor! I'm also the director. But I'm the actor! I'm also the director. What this means is that before I get up to the mic, I'm thinking, who am I talking to? What kind of personality am I embodying? And I'm also thinking, what kind of pronunciation do I want? What words am I emphasizing? I'm thinking about both of these things. These are hats, both hats that I'm wearing at the same time as I step up to the microphone. Once the mic is placed, I'll step up there. I will have my script on my little iPad in my booth, and I'm going to begin recording. Now, before you listen to this, I want you to think about the differences between the clip I just played for you and this one. It's going to sound a lot closer, but it's still a raw audio. If you were close enough to the speakers, you would actually hear those crackles that I talk about. It sort of sounds like I've got Rice Krispies in my mouth, so there's a little bit of crackling. I've also taken a few different runs at it so that you'll hear it's not just a clean, finished take.
This holiday season, 1 in 4 Vermonters will turn to the Vermont Food Bank for help. Moms and dads, seniors, kids, all looking for the comfort of a hot meal. The gift of food can do so much. Provide hope, transform a life, see a neighbor through hard times. Consider a Vermont where no one goes hungry. We can get there. You make the difference.
All right, so as soon as that is done, I put on my editor's hat. What that means is just like editors work with words, what I work with are sound forms. They look like this. The other voice talent in the room probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Or like this, or here is actually the actual waveform of what I just read to you. If you look closely at it, I don't know if yes, my mouse will move here. See this right here? That's a breath. Do you see these little clicks right there and right there and right there? That's that. My job as an editor is to get rid of those. I'm going to erase them. I'm going to tighten up the file. there's a large gap between this phrase and this phrase. I'm going to tighten that up because this spot that I'm working on is a 30-second spot. It's not a 30.5-second spot. It's not a 31-second spot. It'll suck if I don't put it in exactly the right time frame, which is why it takes me several runs to make sure that I get it spot on the nose at 30 seconds. And then, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I am able to send that off to the final client, and something like this happens. I was prepared for that. Something like this happens.
This holiday season, 1 in 4 Vermonters will turn to the Vermont Food Bank for help. Moms and dads, seniors, kids, all looking for the comfort of a meal. The gift of food can provide hope, transform a life, or see a neighbor through hard times. Consider a Vermont where no one goes hungry. We can get there, and you can make the difference. With your gift to the Vermont Food Bank, you're ensuring a bright holiday season and a full plate for everyone in Vermont.
30 seconds on the nose! All right, I won't even go back to the Prezi because basically that is the end. Are there any questions?
Do you add the music?
I do not add the music. That is something that I can do, but I usually don't. Usually people just ask me for the voice, and that is what I provide to them.
How many hours did you spend with that one?
For this right here, this probably took me all told about an hour and a half between the first script that came in. I needed to audition for that, then I got that, that was great. And then there were some revisions to the script, so I did the revisions. But I had to go in there, the first time I recorded it, it was 32 seconds. And it might not sound like a lot, oh, so just tighten that up. Well, no, actually it is a lot to actually get rid of that. And so I'm in there and I'm literally shaving off milliseconds to get everything nice and tight. And at the same time, I'm trying to be bright and happy because the client has asked that my first read on it was, every year, many Vermonters go to the Vermont Food Bank. Well, no, it's actually every year, many Vermonters go to the Vermont Food Bank, and so I had to change my approach. And then I went through the editing, and so, start to finish, by the time I mixed it down and sent it off to the client, about an hour, hour and a half, for a 30-second spot. Yes, Kate?
Do you ever write scripts from beginning to end, or you ask them to be provided for you?
The scripts are provided to me. I will, sometimes not if asked either. Sometimes I will get scripts that are 30 seconds long and they give me 45 seconds of copy. And I am not that good. But what I am able to do, because I have basically a minor in English, is I can say, I want to make sure I understand what it is that you're asking for. I can help get rid of those extra words. Any other questions? One more. Yes?
What's your favorite kind of client?
The ones that have an e-learning client are my favorite clients because those are long, long projects. They're not the 30-second spots, they're the 13-hour clients. I like those the best, and I'm very thankful for them. Thank you all very much. Happy Thanksgiving.